George Clooney's fans are heartbroken, and it's not about his latest movie. The devastating news: his young son Alexander is fighting a daily battle with asthma, a condition that doesn't just make breathing hard but can turn life upside down. Their fierce love and relentless efforts to protect him have struck a deep chord with people everywhere. Tune in, because what George revealed will shake you to your core. Life beyond the spotlight. George and Amal Clooney welcomed twins, Alexander and Ella, back in 2017. The kids have been kept out of the spotlight. No paparazzi shots, no social media oversharing. It's rare to even hear George mention them. But then came a revelation that had everyone sitting up. Alexander has asthma. That's right. Hollywood's smoothest leading man is dealing with a very real, very everyday kind of struggle that a lot of parents know all too well. What came next wasn't just unexpected, it was a game changer for how we think about celebrity and parenthood. Asthma might not sound like headline news, but when it's a kid as young as Alexander, it's no joke. Anyone who's dealt with asthma, whether it's their own or their child's, knows it's not just about the occasional puff of an inhaler. It's about constant vigilance, managing triggers, and dealing with scary moments when breathing doesn't come easy. And let's not forget, all this came to light during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Imagine the stress of having a kid with a respiratory condition while a virus that specifically targets the lungs is running rampant. For him and Amal, protecting Alexander became their top priority. They locked things down hard, cutting back on social interactions and doing everything they could to create a safe bubble for their family. Fans were quick to connect with this. The anxiety, the sacrifices, the sheer weight of trying to keep a child safe in such uncertain times. It's not just relatable, it's downright gut-wrenching. But this is him we're talking about. He's never been one to wallow. Instead, he's found ways to talk about Alexander's asthma that's both heartfelt and, in true fashion, a little funny. Apparently, Alexander's quite the prankster, a trait he proudly takes credit for. The kid's got jokes, and if his stories are anything to go by, he's already outdoing his dad. It's moments like these that remind fans that life isn't all red carpets and Oscars. Even A-listers have their hands full with messy, mischievous kids. Of course, Amal's parenting approach hasn't just been about humor. They've made a point of keeping their kids' lives private. Amal's high-profile work as a human rights lawyer means the stakes are even higher. We're talking real risks here. He once wrote an open letter to the media begging them not to publish photos of his children. It wasn't just a celebrity whining about paparazzi, it was a dad trying to protect his family. And who wouldn't respect that? Fans, predictably, have rallied around the family. Social media has been flooded with messages of support, stories from other parents of asthmatic kids, and even tips for managing the condition. It's a rare, unfiltered glimpse into how deeply people connect with celebrities when they share their humanity. He isn't just the guy from Ocean's 11 anymore, he's a dad navigating the same worries as anyone else. And let's talk about the bigger picture for a second. Sharing this part of their lives has shown a spotlight on asthma, a condition that doesn't get talked about enough. It's not just about the immediate challenges, it's about understanding how chronic health issues affect families day in and day out. If opening up about his son's health gets even one parent to feel less alone or one person to take asthma more seriously, that's a win. Still, it's hard not to marvel at how the couple handles it all. The fame, the family, the fears. They're not just surviving, they're thriving, and they're doing it with a mix of grace, grit, and yes, a little humor. Fans aren't just devastated by Alexander's condition, they're inspired by how his parents tackle it head-on. Through it all, one thing is clear. The Clooneys are a reminder that life's challenges don't care about your bank account or your IMDb credits. Whether you're a Hollywood icon or a regular parent, we're all just doing our best to protect the ones we love. That's the kind of story that sticks with you. For them, life is a delicate dance of juggling public scrutiny and private challenges. The twins, Alexander and Ella, may not be plastered across magazine covers, but that hasn't stopped their parents from showering them with love and providing a grounded upbringing. Fatherhood has changed him. It's a role he never expected to play, especially not so late in life, but it's one he embraces wholeheartedly. Asthma might be a manageable condition, but for families like theirs, it's an everyday battle. Keeping Alexander safe requires more than just medication. It's about creating an environment that minimizes triggers: dust, smoke, strong odors, and even stress. The family has reportedly gone the extra mile to ensure their home is equipped with top-notch air filtration systems, and they've even adjusted their travel plans to accommodate Alexander's health needs. For a family constantly under the media microscope, these efforts speak volumes about their priorities. His advocacy for privacy extends beyond his immediate family. He's been vocal about respecting the boundaries of children in general, urging media outlets to reconsider their practices when it comes to photographing minors. His stance has sparked conversations about the ethical responsibilities of journalists and the rights of celebrity families to shield their kids from undue exposure. Amal, on the other hand, continues to juggle her demanding career with her role as a mother. Her work often involves high-stakes cases, and yet she remains deeply involved in her children's lives. It's a testament to her strength and commitment, qualities that fans admire just as much as her professional achievements. Together, they've created a partnership that prioritizes family without compromising their individual passions. Alexander's condition has also highlighted the importance of community and shared experiences. Many fans have reached out with their own stories of raising children with asthma, creating a virtual support network that transcends social and economic divides. These interactions serve as a reminder that at the end of the day, we're all navigating similar struggles, regardless of our circumstances. In the midst of shared struggles, a single moment was about to bring a new kind of clarity to their journey. Alexander Clooney's unique path. The Clooney's parenting style is a blend of discipline, love, and encouragement. Amal, with her meticulous attention to detail, ensures the twins have a structured routine, while George injects spontaneity and humor into their lives. This balance has worked well so far, but their son's rapid development is forcing them to reevaluate their approach. For instance, they've introduced a more individualized approach to parenting the twins. While Ella thrives with gentle encouragement and quiet activities, their son needs outlets for his energy and intellect. Whether it's enrolling him in advanced language classes or setting up science experiments at home, they're constantly adapting to keep up with his needs. Raising a child like this comes with its own set of challenges, especially when you're in the public eye. George and Amal are keenly aware of the scrutiny their family faces. They've taken steps to shield their children from the media, but it's not always easy. Paparazzi have captured moments of their family outings, and tabloids frequently speculate about their parenting choices. This constant attention adds pressure to an already demanding situation. Amal's background in law has been instrumental in navigating privacy concerns, but it's a battle they fight every day. They're determined to give their children as normal a childhood as possible, even if their version of normal looks vastly different from most families. Despite the challenges, George and Amal are finding joy in the chaos. Their shared sense of humor has been a lifeline, helping them navigate the ups and downs of parenting. George often recounts funny anecdotes about the twins, like the time their son tried to fix a broken lamp with peanut butter. These moments of levity remind them why it's all worth it. They've also found solace in their shared commitment to philanthropy. Working together on their foundation has given them a sense of purpose beyond their immediate family. It's a reminder of the values they want to pass on to their children: compassion, resilience, and a desire to make the world a better place. As they move forward, George and Amal are embracing the unpredictability of parenthood. They know there will be more surprises, more challenges, and more moments that leave them questioning everything. But they're also confident in their ability to face it all together. For the Clooneys, it's not about being perfect parents, it's about being present, adaptable, and deeply committed to their family. And while their son's transformation has brought its share of challenges, it's also been a source of growth and inspiration for the entire family. It's a journey that's far from over, and if there's one thing the Clooneys have proven, it's that they're up for the adventure. Born in 2017, the twins were thrust into the spotlight simply for being born. That's not hyperbole. The tabloids couldn't wait to splash their names across headlines. But George and Amal aren't exactly the show-off the kids on Instagram kind of parents. They've fought tooth and nail to keep the paparazzi at bay, going as far as slamming legal hammers on anyone trying to snap unauthorized photos of their kids. For a while it worked, but fame doesn't just take a back seat because you asked nicely. The Clooneys' battle for privacy has been a continuous uphill climb, underscoring just how challenging it is to shield children from the glare of the spotlight in an era where the internet never sleeps. Then there's Ella, the quieter twin. She's the brainy one, always curious, always observing. Amal's been vocal about how proud she is of Ella's natural knack for problem-solving and her love of learning. But let's not paint her as the perfect little angel. She's a kid, and kids are messy and unpredictable. Still, her quieter personality often leaves her out of the limelight, which honestly might be a blessing in disguise. Ella's intellectual inclinations set her apart in a household already brimming with talent and ambition. Amal's influence on Ella's development is evident, with the young girl's curiosity and focus reflecting her mother's own passion for meaningful causes. As their son grows, his natural humor and charm are undeniable. But here's where things get sticky. He's starting to notice the weight of his last name. Fame might seem glamorous, but to a kid it's just confusing. Understanding why the world knows who you are and how to deal with that attention is an enormous task for any child, let alone one growing up in such a unique spotlight. And while his humor might be a coping mechanism now, it's a question of how that evolves as he matures. His journey will likely include navigating identity questions that stem from being forever linked to an iconic figure. The Clooney's parenting style is all about values. They're big on empathy, responsibility, and humility, the kind of stuff that'll hopefully help their children navigate their weird, high-profile lives. Family history is a big topic at the Clooney dinner table. George loves telling stories about his dad, Nick Clooney, and how integrity matters more than fame or fortune. It's the kind of grounding influence that might just give these kids a fighting chance at staying level-headed. For the Clooneys, parenting isn't just about providing. It's about imparting a moral compass that can guide their children in an often chaotic world. But let's not sugarcoat it. The Clooney kids will always carry the label of celebrity offspring. That's a tag with its own baggage. Expectations, assumptions, and scrutiny will follow them like shadows. As they grow older, those challenges are only going to get more complex. Whether they're dealing with classmates who know too much about their family or navigating social media, the spotlight is a constant presence. The family's ability to address these challenges head-on will play a significant role in shaping their children's future. As the twins grow, the Clooneys focus on teaching values and guiding them through a complicated world. Education, values, and creative freedom. One of the more unique ways the Clooneys are preparing their children for the world is through education. The twins attend an international school which focuses on diversity and cultural awareness. This aligns perfectly with Amal's work in international law and George's advocacy for global humanitarian causes. It's not just about academics, it's about giving them a global perspective. The Clooneys are making sure their kids are exposed to different viewpoints and experiences, something that might help them navigate the complexities of their identities. The school's emphasis on inclusivity and understanding mirrors the values the Clooneys strive to instill at home. At home, creativity is heavily encouraged. Their son's love for humor and performance finds its outlet in family gatherings and school plays. He's often the center of attention, making everyone laugh with his natural comedic timing. George sees a lot of himself in him, but has made it clear that he doesn't want his son to feel pressured to follow in his footsteps. "It's his choice," George has said. "We want him to find his own path." This commitment to fostering individuality underscores the Clooneys' dedication to letting their children define their own futures. Ella, on the other hand, is diving into intellectual pursuits. Inspired by Amal's work, she's already showing an interest in issues like environmental sustainability. Amal has mentioned how proud she is of Ella's curiosity and her drive to learn about topics that matter. Whether it's reading books or asking big questions about the world, Ella's inquisitive nature is nurtured every step of the way. The Clooneys' encouragement of these pursuits highlights their belief in empowering their children through education and curiosity. The Clooneys have also taken steps to instill a sense of responsibility in their children. Chores, for instance, are non-negotiable in their household. Despite their wealth and fame, George and Amal are determined not to let their kids grow up with an inflated sense of entitlement. They're taught to value hard work and understand the importance of giving back. Family discussions often touch on issues like charity and social justice, giving their children a sense of purpose beyond their privileged lives. By grounding their children in these principles, the Clooneys hope to prepare them for a world that's both demanding and complex. However, even with these proactive measures, the Clooneys know they can't shield their kids from everything. The twins are growing up in an era where social media magnifies everything. From carefully curated images to ruthless online trolls, the digital age adds a layer of complexity that previous generations didn't have to deal with. It's one thing to avoid the paparazzi, it's another to navigate the relentless world of likes, comments, and viral posts. The Clooneys' awareness of these challenges underscores their efforts to equip their children with the tools they'll need to thrive in an increasingly connected world. As their children approach their teenage years, the challenges will only grow. George and Amal are aware that the strategies they use now might need to evolve. Conversations about fame, identity, and responsibility are already becoming more nuanced. It's not about keeping the kids in a bubble, it's about preparing them for a world that will always have its eyes on them. The Clooneys' willingness to adapt their approach demonstrates their commitment to ensuring their children's well-being remains a top priority. Despite these hurdles, the Clooneys remain optimistic. They've built a foundation of love, support, and strong values, which they hope will guide their kids as they navigate the unique pressures of their lives. The world will undoubtedly continue to watch as their children grow. Their journey will be shaped by a mix of privilege and challenges, but with parents like George and Amal at the helm, they're as prepared as anyone can be for the road ahead. Adding to this, the Clooneys' dedication to philanthropic efforts has begun to influence their children. George and Amal frequently involve their children in discussions about the importance of helping others, whether through direct action or advocacy. These conversations often take place during family dinners, where they discuss global issues in a way that's accessible for the kids. Amal, with her extensive background in human rights law, often shares stories about her work, subtly instilling values of justice and equality in their young minds. These moments, though small, create a foundation for the twins to understand the impact they can have on the world around them. Their international school plays a key role in this journey as well. The diverse environment exposes the twins to cultures and traditions vastly different from their own. This exposure fosters empathy and broadens their perspectives, allowing them to appreciate the complexity of the world. The Clooneys' decision to prioritize this kind of education reflects their hope that their children will grow into well-rounded individuals capable of making thoughtful contributions to society. Another significant aspect of the Clooneys' parenting is their emphasis on creativity. Whether it's their son's budding interest in acting or Ella's love of writing, the family fosters these pursuits with enthusiasm. They've transformed a corner of their home into a creative space filled with art supplies, books, and tools for exploration. This sanctuary encourages the twins to experiment and dream, providing an outlet for their imaginations in a way that feels organic and unpressured. As they grow, the children are beginning to take on small but meaningful roles in the family's charitable initiatives. Whether it's helping to pack supplies for a local drive or attending low-key events, the twins are gradually learning the importance of giving back. George and Amal hope these experiences will not only teach their children about responsibility, but also help them build resilience against the superficial allure of fame and materialism. Looking to the future, the Clooneys recognize that their parenting journey will continue to evolve. They've already begun to introduce conversations about self-awareness and mindfulness, aiming to equip their children with tools to handle stress and maintain mental well-being. These practices, combined with the strong familial bonds they've cultivated, provide a solid framework for their children as they navigate the complexities of growing up in the public eye. The Clooneys' approach to parenting is a testament to their commitment to raising compassionate, grounded, and capable individuals. While the world watches and speculates, George and Amal remain steadfast in their belief that love, empathy, and a strong moral foundation are the keys to helping their children thrive. The story of their children is not just about growing up famous, it's about growing into themselves, ready to embrace both the challenges and opportunities that come their way. Is genius in children a gift or a burden that parents unintentionally magnify? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.